For the Mowrator's first job, we took it to the toughest area that we know of to do stuff that none of my robot lawnmowers would ever dream of being able to do. These robot lawnmowers have been mowing my lawn and been doing a really good job at it. But this other side here, it's overgrown and my robot lawnmowers cannot tackle this stuff. So Mowrator sent me their Mowrator lawnmower to give it a try to see if this beast can tackle this overgrown area. Today we're going to be talking about the Mowrator and answering the question, why would anyone want a remote controlled lawnmower? I'll be honest, I thought a remote controlled lawnmower would be a waste of time. Although the Mowrator itself looked really cool with its metal frame and 21-inch blade, I quickly lost interest when I first heard about it because of the remote control that you had to use to control it like a drone or an RC car. You see, between me and Andrew reviewing gadgets for our YouTube channel, we have 5 robot lawnmowers that autonomously mow our lawns front and back several times a week, day and night, and our lawns have never looked better. So why would we need a remote controlled lawnmower where we'd physically have to be there watching it as we drove this lawnmower, when I could have a robot lawnmower do it for me without me having to watch it or babysit it, or I could just push a lawnmower myself. In this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the Mowrator from the unboxing to the setup, and I'll show you the Mowrator in action and put it through some tests so you can judge for yourself whether or not you think this thing is any good. The Mowrator came well packaged, but the box is big and it's heavy, so I actually had to help the delivery guy to bring it into my garage. The unboxing was straightforward. Everything was packaged and organized very, very nicely. Got the entire user manual. Ooh, that's the remote. Look at that bad boy. And they're soft tires, but they're not air-filled, so they're solid. So the theme here is heavy duty. Everything here is really heavy duty. This thing looks and feels rugged and tough. The assembly, it required installing 4 airless tires and waiting for the battery and remote to charge up. But once I had everything set up, super easy. It's alive. So right now it's beeping, I think because it's too close. It's got a bunch of safety features, so we're gonna, let's step away. And you can see here on the screen there's a little picture, and when I got too close, it detected it. See, there's a little detection thing there. I love that there's no cumbersome app to download and register for, and to use the device, I just had to power it up and it was good to go. I'm not a big fan of the fact that as of this review, the Android phone is the only way that you can connect to the device and update the mower and the controller. It's really easy to control, really nimble. And if you ever have seen RoboCop, like the original RoboCop, do you remember that big machine that they came in to replace RoboCop? And they were controlling it, and I'll just cut to the scene.
Mr. Kinney is going to help us simulate a typical arrest and disarming procedure.
You now have 15 seconds to comply. You are in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9. You now have 5 seconds.
You don't want something like that to happen to you. And watch this. I'm sacrificing my lower extremities for YouTube. Here we go. Whoa! That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm impressed with that. There are different emergency sensors. So if this thing is going crazy, you just hit these things and it automatically shuts it down. You can't do anything at that point. And to turn it back on, you just rotate those. We are going to test to see how far this mower can go from the remote. How close do you need to be to operate this? So let's go ahead and cruise. Still going. I don't know if you can see Will, he's way back there. Still going. We're like a whole block away. He's all the way down at the other end of the street. Stay with the mower so it doesn't get run over. Holy cow, this is crazy. We are now more than 1 block away.
and I do not have the remote. Will's got it. Oh, that's awesome! How's it going? Still going. This is crazy. This is totally nuts. That guy thought it was totally cool. Just a mower rolling down the road. All right, it's just gonna keep on going. We're gonna go, make it spin around. So I don't know if you can see this, but Will is controlling it from way down there, which is nuts. All right, let's go back. Milo, come. I didn't think that it'd be able to operate so far away. We'll see if it's the same thing once we're mowing. So this is one of the other mowers that we've been using for our lawns. We've reviewed in the past. It does a good job. A robot lawnmower that I set it, forget it. It just does its job mowing. It has a bag attachment, a sweeping attachment, so it actually helps with the leaves and it sweeps up the leaves. So pretty cool. The problem is, those are the front wheel lifted. Like basically all robot mowers, this is how it cuts. These rotating discs with these basically small razor blades on the end. So it does great for lawn maintenance, keeping your lawn look nice and pretty, but has a hard time, well, not a hard time, it's not able to do stuff like this. And so Mowrator sent us their lawnmower to show us its ability to tackle tough terrain just like this. And the reason why I can do this is because it's all-wheel drive. The version we have is all-wheel drive, and it comes with a full metal blade. So that's a legit lawnmower blade. I mean, with this guy over here, that may slice your finger. This thing's gonna take off your finger. Probably take off your hand too. We just realized that the ultrasonic sensors are sensing this tall grass as obstacles. So you can actually turn that off. We're turning it off and start mowing. Oh, you know what? We ran into something else here. The sensor on the bumper is hitting this tall grass and it's telling it that it's run into an obstacle, so it's turning it off. So we're gonna turn off that safety feature too. When the grass is not super tall and super thick, we'll be able to use these safety features.
For the Mowrator's first job, we took it to the toughest area that we know of, the most difficult terrain with the tallest, thickest grass and with a hill. What I love about the Mowrator is this. The mower feels durable and solid with its weight and steel tube frame. It feels like a strong power tool that will last a long time. The power and the mowing abilities of this is on par with some of the nicer mowers that I've ever used. It's much more powerful than any robot lawnmower I've tried, and definitely more powerful than my electric push mower. And it's on par with the power of my gas mower. There's no gas, there's no pulling strings, there's no fumes, there's no oils, there's no filters, there's no winterizing. The Mowrator has all the benefits that come with electric while still maintaining the amazing power.
One thing I have noticed, the bag is great if you like to bag stuff, but the problem is it makes it really long, so the bigger footprint makes it less nimble. It's having a hard time turning, especially since we're mowing up along this fence and we have just a bunch of stuff going on back here. So I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna stick in the mulching attachment. One of the nice things with this is if I were using just a weed trimmer, a weed whacker, or trying to mow this with a lawnmower, I would be right in the action and all the dust, all the pollen and stuff would be killing me with my allergies. With this, you can actually be away from the action, but still be involved. So it's fun, but you don't have to worry about getting dirty, getting too dirty, or getting allergies.
There's no need to set up a satellite antenna or a home-based station for charging. You don't have to mess with an app. I just charge the batteries on the Mowrator and on the controller, and I started mowing. Super simple. The Mowrator has a huge battery. We were able to mow a lot of tough terrain up a steep hill, really thick, tough grass. And after we finished that all, I mowed some more of my neighbor's yard and some of my yard with all the leaves that have fallen. And at the end, the battery was still at 70%. The Mowrator says it can run for over 2 hours and mow over an acre. It charges really fast and the overall battery is very impressive. The remote or the control feels very good in your hands. It's easy to use. It supports cruise control, has auto zero turn, and customizable speeds. The Mowrator is loaded with safety features that are all customizable and they can be turned off. Something that we had to do because we were doing an area that just had such tall, thick grass. The safety features were preventing us from getting the job done.
The steepness of hills never shows up well on camera, but it's a steep hill, overgrown with all these tall weeds. And I will tell you something about this. There are a lot of snakes in here. And the reason I know is because every time I catch a snake in my yard, I let it go here. Oh, so there are a lot of snakes here. So if you don't like snakes, you get allergies, you just don't want to get yourself dirty, get yourself one of these guys so you don't have to be right in the thick of the action. Woo! That's awesome.
When it gets to the bottom, like where I ended up down there, the controller would start beeping at me. It would just say, max range approaching, please turn around, come back. Especially something like this, I think that's definitely a good idea not to go too far off. Like, you know, there might be like a log or like a little piece of metal in the ground. So I think that safety feature actually is pretty smart, especially while the motor's going.
We got to put like big fat knobby tires on that bad boy.
Seriously.
If your grass is wet, it could get clogged up and gummed up in there. Our grass is really dry. We haven't had that issue, but by leaving the back open, you're able to shoot all the clippings out, which is super nice.
But here's what I disliked. The water and dust resistance is an IP54, which means it has good dust resistance and mediocre water resistance. The device is protected against splashes of water and nothing beyond that. I wish the device firmware on the Mowrator could be updated using the iPhone, but right now I'm just going to have to be patient. Tank turns. Now tank turns are awesome, but know this, because the mower is so heavy, doing these turns on wet soil or grass, it's going to tear up your lawn. So use with caution. Other than that, this product is solid. Sure, it's expensive, but you're getting a quality product. Any changes I want in the Mowrator are already available as upgrades, such as a self-emptying bag, which you can buy on their website. I'd love that, so I don't have to physically empty the bag myself when it comes time. And the other thing I'd love to have are wider off-road tires for better traction, because we did have some slippage on the hill with the tires that came out of the box. Finally, let me share with you who I think should get the Mowrator. If you have mobility issues, but you still want to mow and maintain your property, or even just rake, it does a great job raking, mulching and breaking down the leaves and raking it. If you want to take care of your lawn, the Mowrator is a way to do it, even if you have mobility issues. If you have allergy issues or a snake phobia or a tick allergy and you just don't want to be out there in the grass, but you want to maintain your yard, this is a great way to do it as well. If you have rugged hilly terrain like I do here on the side of my property, or if you have difficult to access spaces like under a trampoline or under some trees or through some thick trees, this is the way to do it. And then you can use it anywhere for the tall, thick grass on rugged terrain, and you'd be able to do stuff that none of my robot lawnmowers would ever dream of being able to do.
All right, it's not every day you get to do that much intense yard work in your slides, okay? The Mowrator exceeded my expectations.
It honestly is fun. I can honestly say it's the most fun I've had cutting grass in my life.
We did all that, and check out how much battery we still have. Like, it says maybe what, 75%?
Yep, 73 right there.
73%. So pretty crazy. 73% battery left. It says that it can mow up to an acre, and I'm assuming that's just kind of normal lawn. We were doing some pretty intense stuff, going up really rugged terrain. And the other thought that just came into my mind is you can throw this in the back of your truck, take it to a property that needs taking care of out in the middle of nowhere, operate it with a remote. You won't have to worry about allergies. You won't have to worry about snakes. You can do it from afar, and you can have fun while you're doing it.